Well, everybody, it's been about a month or so since I got to work on this thing. So anyways, I got it put back together with the frame rails back on it and drug it over here. So today we are going to go grab this Cummins engine and see what we got to do to get it down in here. I believe we're going to have to stretch this thing out about a little bit to get it in here, because I think all this stuff right here is in the way. So what we're going to do is we're going to go get all that and get that engine, get the excavator and pick it up and bring it over here and set it down over here and see what it looks like in here. So we'll be right back with you here shortly. Well, what do we have here, folks? Well, I think I'll take these off. Not going to be on there anyway, so let me get those off. I'll get right back with you. Well, I guess I pulled it back out. So I got two options I can do with that: a hard option or an easier option. Thinking I'm going to go with the easier option, because I really don't feel like cutting all that out of there. That whole mount that the old engine was in, just leave it there. And on both this frame rail here and move it back to here, to these two holes. That moves it, this axle, forward 7.5 inches is what it comes out to be in. Then that engine will just sit down in there nicely. And then I'll just come in here and weld onto the end of this with another plate and catch the holes again. And then probably put a plate over the top of it to just stiffen it up a little bit more. And then come in here and build some mounts for that engine to sit on. And then back here and use the same mounts here. That way I'm not moving this. And I can just move that forward 7.5 inches. I think that might be my best bet. Because if not, I'll have to cut this all out. Then I don't even know if I can get it back far enough. So I think that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna get this thing split back apart a little bit here. I think I'm gonna run down and go get some new bolts for this, because these are metric, but they come out to about 3/4 of an inch, and I can get some 7/8 inch bolts in it. So I'm gonna put some 7/8 inch bolts in it to take up the gap in this hole, because it's a pretty good sized gap. These holes are the same size, whereas a 7/8 bolt, which I have some right over here, 7/8 bolt nice. I mean, it's not tight, but it's a lot tighter than those are. And that'll help stiffen this thing up and keep it from sliding apart if the bolts loosen up. I hope they don't ever loosen up, but you never know. So that's what we're gonna do. I think that is my best bet for this deal. I'm not quite sure what the deal is with this drive line, but I'm hoping it all clears, because it's getting to be a little bit tight down there. But I think if I move this forward, it should all settle down just perfectly, because I can't believe that the top of that engine is any, or from the bottom to the pan is any different than that Ford New Holland engine that I pulled out of here. So that's what we're gonna do. So let me get this thing split apart and we'll be back at you. Well, I got it in there close, somewhat, about where it's going to be end up. So I think the plan is I'm going to go get some metal, bolt it to the front of this, come to these two bolt holes here and bolt that into there, and then we'll add on to both sides to catch these 4 holes here on both sides, and that will tie this back into these outside rails here. And then we'll commence to putting motor mounts to it, which I think right here, we'll start here, come off these 3 here and these 3 here, or these 2. I guess them 2 are probably more enough to hold that thing. Put some big bolts in it. So that's what we got. Should be able to get down through there to get the U-joint off of it, if you ever lose it. Hopefully. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. It's gonna be quite the short little stubby shaft there. So, but that's what we got. I was hoping to catch these 2 holes right here on this, but this right here hits the front of this engine, so that ain't gonna work. So that's what we got for right now. So yeah, that's what we have. So let me keep looking here and see what my plan is going to be here, and I'll get right back with you. Alright everybody, I got the holes drilled for it. All 4 holes are bolted in now. So there that is. You're probably asking yourself, well, how did he do that? How did he get those bottom holes made? Well, I'm just not gonna tell. I'm just gonna tell you how well he is. Just gonna lay it all out for you how I ended up getting those there. Well, folks, pretty much it's just plain magic. I'm just gonna lay it down to magic. That's how they got drilled. Anyways, back to this. Okay, let's get back over here. We're gonna now, I guess, get this thing scooted up and put into place here so we can get these side plates for this right here. But if you got a little bit of magic, you can drill them holes. All right, back to you here in shortly. Well, this is what we have, everybody. I made these two plates on the side here, one on this side, one on that side, bolted it into the frame. So what we're gonna do, it's square. This is square with this. Side corner triangulated, it's square. It might be a little close right here, but I think I can get it down and around it. But the only thing, I'm trying to get 30 or 42. It's a little less than 42 inches between here and here and this engine. This engine is like, it's a hair under 42 right here. This thing hitting on the timing cover is the part that sticks out. And I think, I'm hoping what's gonna happen is that will drop below this bolt right here and I can get it in there. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tack this thing to hold it together. Take my strap off. The strap's holding this frame together to get, you know, so I can get it welded. Take this off, pick that motor up and set it down in here and see if it'll clear. If it all clears, then I will weld this where it sits. Hopefully it clears, because I don't really want to move it because it's perfectly square right now. And I believe I have everything right where it's supposed to be. So that's where I'm at right now. So I think I'm gonna drag the welding leads over here and fire up the welder and zzz, zzz, over here and over there, and hopefully she'll hold, or well, it'll hold long enough to pick this motor up and set it down in here. And then we will see if this thing will fit. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll get the welding leads and start welding. Be right back. Well, anyways, I had it all dramatically filming and stuff going down, and then I forgot to hit the record button. So, but anyways, we came up to a problem that I forgot about. I can't set this motor down in there because this plate's in the way. So I think I can, it'll clear. Pretty sure it'll clear. We're just gonna say it's gonna clear. So I'm gonna take the torch and I'll cut that plate down out of there, and we'll set this thing down and see what the heck it looks like in here. All right, be right back with you. All right, well, I got it cut out, but then I found out, you know what's better? You know, I was always worried about getting this thing shorter back to where it was. I could have just put that motor in there like that. I think that works better. I mean, you know, really, everything clears. It just looks really good just like that. So I think we're gonna change our minds, and now we're gonna put the motor in there sideways. Yep. No. 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 Well, maybe. Yeah. Nah. Well, you know, I could. Nah. No, I think we'll put it back like we were going. Okay, so I gotta cut out. A little crude, but under the circumstances, it's fine. I will trim it up later and clean it all up and make it all look pretty. So let's get this picked back up and see if we can get her in there. Bit. That bolt is right there. I mean, you can't get much closer than that. You can slide it back though. And we can have a lot more room up Oh, I think there she is. She's sitting in there nicely now. I got a little bit of wiggle gap right there between it. Well, it ain't sitting there rubbing on that. And I got butter room right there. I mean, that sucker's perfect. I think we're looking pretty good here, folks. I believe that is perfect. That's gonna be money. Now, the only concern I have right now, it's gonna make or break it, is if that drive line right there will hook up to the back without hitting that oil pan for that engine. That is my only concern right now. So I'll do some looking here and see. We're pretty close right here. So that's what I have. So I guess tomorrow we'll bring a different day. See what it looks like tomorrow, I guess. If it's still a pile or if it's going to actually work. I'm hoping it'll actually work. That way I can get this thing running again. It's been sitting here too damn long. So anyways, that's going to be it for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, everybody, another day. Oh. What I have decided on this thing here is I need to raise it up at least an inch, might even be an inch and a half, to clear that drive line for the oil pan. So I had made up these brackets here to bolt to the bell housing and the bracket to bolt to the frame for the motor mounts, and then I go, well, now I got to do something here because you're not going to get a motor mount between there. So I'm gonna have to cut this, go that way with it, and then 90 it and bring it back. And then I can put a shelf on this so I can put that motor mount on there. So I guess that's what we'll do today. I'll pick this motor back up and hopefully maybe I can get these back mounts made today. I hope. So anyways, that's what's going on today. We'll see if we can get this back one mounted. Alright. Alright, well, what I got going on here is basically going to make I'm going to go that way. And then I'm going to go this way and step this back closer to the block, go in around this gear here that they got right here. So I'll go that way towards the block, and then I'm going to go towards the front of the motor. Put a flat shelf in there, so I got this measurement all taken care of here. So I am cutting it out right now. The other side, there's nothing in the way, so I can just make a 90 square. So I am beveling the edge for weld, and that'll help me weld that on there. And then I'll probably, the flat part's probably gonna go basically along here, in and out. That way I can get a little bit of rigidity this way, side to side on both sides. This other side, there's nothing in the way right now. I'll move the breather tube out of the way, but anyways, it's just going to go in and 90 and come back out. So, and then that should give me enough room to put my motor mount on. So that's what we're doing right now. I'm gonna get this finished cutting this up. Get that edge beveled on that one. I'm gonna get the edge beveled on the other one, which is that one right there, and then I'll get them cut out. All right, more to come.